Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Sonja Unapologetic. My name is Sonja, and on this channel we talk about mental wellness and living a free life from a Black woman's perspective. So before we go any further, like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video. And this video is about me finally combining my micro locks and getting instant locks. So you guys are about to see my journey from Dallas, Texas to Houston, Texas to have a loctician instant lock my hair. So here goes. I am in Houston, Texas to get my hair insta-locked and to get my micro locks combined. So I'm a little bit nervous, you guys, about getting my hair insta-locked and getting the micro locks combined. I don't know, what it is. I guess, just every time there's like a big change that I'm making to my hair, I feel, I guess, a little bit of anxiety around it. I just want to do what's best for me, what's easiest for me, and something that I'm going to love. So you guys stay tuned. Throughout this video, you guys will see the process, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, you guys, I am here in the chair. I'm about to get my hair micro locks combined, and then they'll be insta locked. So this is the loctician D here, and I just wanted you guys to see me here in the chair. I guess D, I don't know if you want to kind of talk a little bit about I don't know about what we're gonna do, or I guess your experience with braid locks, or
Yeah,
how you feel about them.
yeah. I've had quite a few calls from people inquiring about getting their hair truly locked, because they did get convinced to get either the two-strand twist, the mini, and I'm not going to call them locks, and you'll see why
Okay.
as I carry on with the conversation, why I don't call them locks. They have gotten the two-strand twist or the mini braids, and they are coming from different perspectives where they felt that that's not really what they wanted, because the process, well, let me say it better. The time that it takes for your hair to lock up is really dependent on your hair texture, what you're putting on your hair, and what you're doing to your hair thereafter. And that's kind of the part that's not really being spoken about in the pictures. Like you're seeing the before and after of how pretty the twists are, or how pretty the micro braids are. But the process of becoming a lock, that's kind of the part that they're leaving out. The process to lock is a long process. Like even myself, I'm in the 4 category of hair texture. You know how most Black people have different hair textures, even with one head. You may have one section that might be a 4A, one section might be a 4B, and then another section might be a 4C, or any 2 or 3 of those combinations, However, well, I'm in that category. And my hair myself, I started my hair out with two-strand twists. Not two-strand twist extensions, but two-strand twists. And it took my hair over a year to lock. But I knew that going in, because I was like some who wasn't real. I kind of was on the fence about locking my own hair. I was kind of back and forth with it. But for those who know they want locks, if you're not being told that it's a long process, you're going to be a little disappointed, because you're going to see people with locks, and you're going to see people with the sister locks, and you're going to be like, why isn't my hair locking like that, or how come my locks don't look like hers? Well, it's because, one, you didn't do the same thing that that person did, so of course your outcome is not going to be the same. So what I'm going to do today with her hair, I'm going to take these braid locks, these micro braids I should say, and I'm going to turn them into actual locks.
Okay, you guys, I'm excited. So stay tuned, and you guys, I guess, will see like later on tonight. I'll show like it halfway done, and then I'll show you guys when it's all done. So stay tuned, you guys. I'll be back with you. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody. It's been a long day. I was up at like 5 a.m. and then I had to drive 4 hours from Dallas to Houston. And then once I got to the loctician, we did like 11 hours of her doing the instant locks and combining. So I am exhausted and going to get some sleep here at the hotel. It's been not just a hair day, but it's been a lot on my mind because this is my first time in Houston since my aunt passed away, and I don't think I've talked about it on the channel, but I didn't realize how emotional I was going to feel coming into Houston for the first time since her funeral. So I feel a little bit emotional. And there's just so much changes going on in my life right now. I know this was supposed to be a hair video, but it's just a little bit tough right now with in about 3 weeks I'll be leaving the country, and right before my aunt passed, we talked about that, and she was just really happy for me. So there's just lots and lots and lots of changing. I'm in a transition time of my life, and so it's exciting, and I have some anxiousness about it, and things are just all over the place. So that's where I'm at right now. So just wanted to give you guys an update on my first day of getting this instance locks done. So tomorrow I'll be back at Dee's shop for her to finish up. So I'll let you guys see the finished product tomorrow. Okay, so see you guys soon. Hey everyone, we are done. 24 hours of locking hair, doing Insta locks. I wasn't doing the work, but Dee was doing the work, and we are all done. Yes, my hair is in a bonnet right now. She did my hair in like plaits, and so after I wake up tomorrow, it's gonna have like, I guess, like a crinkly look to it, like a braid out. But I just want you guys to see the difference in my mood from last night to tonight. Now that we're all done, I feel relieved. I love my hair. I got to see it before she plaited it all up, so you guys will see it in a moment when I come back to you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys see kind of like the roller coaster of emotions, because I guess I didn't really know how it was going to turn out, and I love it. So I'll come back in a few and let you guys know, or just come back in a few and show you guys how it looks. So stay tuned. Okay everyone, this is my hair instant locked. So I'm sure you guys can see that she combined basically 2 locks and did the instant locks, and the ends she didn't lock it all the way at the end. I guess it's kind of a trend now that a lot of people want the ends to stay loose. So I hadn't thought about that, but then she gave me an option. I'm like, okay, let me try it out with the very ends staying loose. Hello everyone. I wanted to come on here really quick to make it clear that I'm not saying anything bad about braid locks, micro twists, sister locks. They are all beautiful. I was a little nervous about doing this video because I didn't want anyone to think I was being negative in any way. When I got my braid locks installed, that's exactly what I had asked for, and just over time, I decided that that wasn't right for me at this moment. So we're going to reverse and go back to the car ride from Houston to Dallas, where I explain a little bit more about why I made the decision to go from the micro braids to instant locks. So check it out. Okay everyone, since I am stuck in traffic, I can show you guys what my hair looks like now that the micro braids that I have were combined by Dee, the loctician, and then she did a process to make these actual locks, so I'm not having to wait a year for them to actually lock. So just along this journey, there was a lot of terminology that I didn't know, so I guess I was saying wrong terminology. There was just a lot of things that, you know, I am learning. Still, you'll need to learn about this. The reason why I decided that I no longer wanted just the micro braids, I just did not have the patience of waiting a year or over for them to lock. I didn't realize that it was going to take that long for my hair to lock. I think a lot of times when I would look at women online, I guess sometimes I would see pictures of them and they had already been into, you know, a braid lock journey for a year or two. So yeah, that's just a big reason why I just didn't want to continue the journey of waiting. Like I was had the micro braids for probably 3.5 months, maybe 3.5 months, and my hair was nowhere near any type of, you know, budding or, you know, whatever. So, you know, really, I could have just unbraided all of them, you know, and started all over. I think another thing that was a big issue for me, was just feeling like my hair was delicate, because okay, so if my hair is going to take a year to lock, it's like the, you know, micro braids, I'm having to make sure that these stay braided, you know, and so it just felt like everything was so delicate. So that being said, it's like you're gonna have to be, you know, delicate when you wash it. I was not able to dye my hair because dyeing my hair is going to loosen up, you know, those braids. And then for me having gray roots, you know, that was something that was just causing, you know, a little bit of, you know, frustration for me, just having to wait so long to dye my hair. So for me, I prefer, you know, this now. It makes me feel a little bit more at ease. Also, something that was posing a problem with the micro braids was I'm going to spend some time in Mexico, and there are locticians there, but there wasn't anyone there that seemed willing to take on me having micro braids. Like when I told them, like, no, I have locks, I just have micro locks, you know, for them and, you know, the way their minds think and their, you know, terminology, they were like, no, you don't have locks, and I don't do that. Like, I do locks. And so I was getting pushback, you know, from the few ladies there that actually do locks, they weren't going to take on my hair. My hair, was not locked at all. They were just in little micro braids. And so I can understand like you feeling like, I don't want to mess up what that woman, has going on with her hair, or it just seemed like it was just not an understanding of what I was trying to do. So, that was a big thing, trying, to move to another country, and then just having the anxiety of, okay, when I get there, am I going to have anyone to do my reties, I guess. And that's another thing with terminology. Some people were saying I was interchanging retwists and reties. I don't know if the reties would be if you're doing interlocking at the roots, and retwists, I guess, would be palm rolling maybe. So forgive me if I'm using all of the wrong terminology, but I just want, hopefully this video helps with anyone who is considering getting locks. So it's like, do you want traditional locks? When you see micro locks or braid locks, do you have an understanding of what that means? And is that in line with what you want? I guess even knowing the difference between sister locks and micro locks and braid locks, and now I've heard of something called bell locks. There's so much of this terminology out there, and then I think sometimes it can be confusing, and it does take a lot of research and a lot of asking questions for you to know that this particular route fits what you want. So I'm happy of how everything went, because even having the micro braids, that was 3.5 months of me just having to wash my hair and just with shampoo and just let it air dry. So that was an experience that saved me a lot of time, and that gave me the opportunity for me to sit here and say, okay, is this what I want? And then I decided that I wanted to go another route. But if I was going to be staying in the US and not going to spend some time in Mexico, I may have waited out with the micro braids, because it has a nice look. So I may have waited out with the micro braids had I been staying in the US, because then there's going to be more people in Dallas who are now familiar with people starting their locks with braids, and that you have these starter braids for like a year. So there's a loctician that who installed the micro braids. Of course, I would be able to continue to go to her, and she would just interlock the roots. So maybe I would have kept it had I been, planning to stay in the US. But I feel like I'm happy and relieved with the idea of me not feeling like my hair is so delicate and having to worry about, oh man, it's coming loose or unraveling. Is like, okay, well then how is this gonna work with it actually locking? And so yeah, that was just something that was just causing me some frustration. So if I would have done better research on my end and understanding what all these different terminologies meaning, also understanding when I'm seeing pictures online that these are pictures of ladies who may be 3 years into this. If I had been more aware of all of that stuff, then I probably would have just started with going to someone who instant locks hair. So I'm looking at this 18-wheeler like, let me in, let me in. Are you going to let me in, 18-wheeler? There's a wreck here on I-45 on my way from Houston to Dallas. I hope, oh my goodness. Oh man, it's a 18-wheeler has jackknifed. So that's what was going on there. Man, I hate to see wrecks. I've saw 2 wrecks on my way here. I thank God for giving me traveling safety on my way back to Dallas. But yeah, had I done my research and just had a better understanding of everything, I would have just gotten instant locks at the very beginning. And the funny thing is, I have a cousin who instant locked her hair, and I looked at her hair, loved it, and asked her what she did, and I loved the outcome. And she talked about how she made that decision because she knew that with hair texture, with, you know, she just knew that it was going to take a long time for her hair to lock. And she also, you know, felt like, you know, she wasn't the one that could wait a long time after getting something installed to wash it or whatever. So she felt like instant locks was her best bet. So I don't know why I didn't just go with my first mind to just do the process that she did. I should have just started searching more and just went with the whole instant lock thing. I think another reason why I initially didn't go with instant locks is because some people that I saw pictures and they said they did instant locks, it's like initially it looks like really frizzy, and I didn't realize that, okay, the locks aren't going to always look frizzy like that. That's because that's a picture right after they finish the install. As time goes on, that frizz is going to go away, and there's ways that for you to make that frizz go away. So I think that was a big reason also why I saw instant lock pictures. I'm like, oh, that doesn't look like my cousin's hair. It looks really frizzy. And so I guess I was under the impression that that's what the hair would always look like. But yeah, even with my install, with Dee combining and instant locking my hair, yeah, initially it has a lot of frizz, and so she explained that no, that goes away. And when I looked at a client of hers who I guess is a month in, they just look so smooth. And yeah, so the lady doesn't have any frizz now. So that being said, I feel like I made the right decision. I feel more at ease. I feel like free now. And so yeah, but still, it's like I still need to, you know, look to see with locticians in Mexico. Is someone who's going to, you know, retwist my hair or retie my hair. But if not, now that I don't have 315 locks, I have half of that now. Even if I decide I'm going to interlock my own roots and, you know, learn how to do that, it's going to be much easier interlocking my own hair with having less locks. It's going to be much easier interlocking my hair, having less locks, but also the fact that the hair is actually locked. So when I'm going through the retying process, I'm not going to feel like my hair is fragile, and that, you know, while I'm retying, that, you know, I'm worrying about the hair, you know, coming loose. So I'm happy with the results. I feel like I made the right decision. I feel good about not having to wait a year or over for my hair to actually lock. And for anyone who wants that experience, because I've saw people online talking about the journey and how they want the journey of allowing, the process of your hair locking, and that's very important to them. Well, then instant locks wouldn't be the thing for you, and having micro twists or having micro braids, that would work perfectly for a lot of people. Thank you all for watching my journey to get my instant locks. I really appreciate all of the viewers. So you guys subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a video, and get down in the comments and just let me know what you think about this video. Well, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.